Never mind, it's written in my semen.
It's called Sticky Deck. You had to go there, didn't you? It's called Sticky Deck.
You went there. I just went deep.
Wait, this ain't PG, is it?
No, it's live and on set.
Well, I got a little kid out there. Mommy, what does that mean? Rob's got one or two, but I have none so far. I can't make up my mind what the hell I want.
I'll give you the extreme short version of my tattoo. I've weighed everything from 150 pounds to 250 pounds. So I decided to get tattoos where they wouldn't get all screwed up. So I got it on my lower leg. What I have is on the right side of the leg, I have the Cantonese symbol for snake on the outside, crane. On the front, perseverance. On the back, power. The reason why I got those is because I was heavy into martial arts. Wing Chun Kung Fu is based upon two different martial arts, snake style and crane style. So I got snake on one side, crane on the other to pretty much signify together Wing Chun. The perseverance one is on the front because always moving forward, conquer whatever's in your way. The back is actually power. It's right above my Achilles tendon, which just signifies I have no weakness. Oh, that was Jeff. I believe a superior state of mind puts you in a better place.
I got one from martial arts too. It's called windmill. I just close my eyes and wave my arms around, and people run.
And the ancient art of the Jeff.
All right.
You're
all
right.
So I noticed that you all have a unique style. How hard is it to be a band nowadays and have your own creative style when there's so many influences you could bite off of?
Well, I think that one of the good things about this particular band, and one of the problems that I've ran into in the past, was if you have one person that controls way too much, what winds up happening is you tend to play to their influences. So let's say, like, I love James Hetfield, I love Metallica. If I had way too much input on absolutely everything, there is the possibility, even if it's a small one, that, I asked the drummer to kind of play like Lars. I play the riffs kind of like James. I sing kind of like James. Next thing you know, you're kind of turning into Metallica Jr. With everyone putting in a lot of input, Jeff could play a riff, and once I put my input in, Brian puts his input in, Steve puts his input in, that riff winds up changing from whatever Jeff originally came up with to what we come up with. And then you're putting in those individual influences. So if I'm influenced by Metallica, Anthrax, and Slayer, and Jeff's influenced by Geddy Lee and Steve Harris, and Brian's influenced by Pink Floyd, and Steve's influenced by, particular drummers, because Steve has a really wide array. Steve's a drummer's drummer. So Steve can appreciate everything from Porcupine Tree, which I think is a Norwegian band, I think, kind of like a jam band, and good, and like a progressive alternative rock type thing. And Steve likes even some of the newer stuff that comes out, like newer Godsmack, or Rush, or so. What winds up happening is it gets so molested by everyone else that it becomes something else that molested. And it becomes pretty much intellectual property of all four of us evenly, not necessarily just one person controlling everything, which would turn it into Metallica Jr., Godsmack Jr., Pink Floyd Jr., whatever. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you all like, the fact that you all have your own style. How do you feel about bands that, copy off everybody else?
If that's what they want to do and that's how they want to express themselves, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But at the exact same time, I don't think I would be that happy if we were nothing but a cover band.
No. Well, there was a guy that wrote us on Reverbnation, and we get on there, that has a little part that says sounds like. And I put Metallica, Tool, Black Label Society, and Clutch.
he actually said, "Do away with all that. Torque sounds like torque." And I thought that was the best compliment ever.
Drew, not to interrupt, but could you announce the call-in number?
Sure, that is 1-855-403-9071.
All right, thanks, man.
No problem.
You're getting that homeless guy to call in. Brian stepped outside and passed out a couple dollar bills to some of the vagabonds in the area. We got Juicy Lucy and a trained Gila monster.
Well, I mean, people know the number now. I mean, I've posted it everywhere, so if they want to, call in. There's a lot of people that are shy. They don't like to call in. I don't know why.
Oh, sorry, man.
Oh, that's true. We hate talking on the phone.
and you probably hate waiting even more. You're like, that motherfucker, is he going to start the show by now?
Well, hey, next time we'll just have to travel all the way down here and sit next to you.
Oh, there you go. All right, so what is your song "No Compromise" about?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I'm going to have to go ahead and give this one solely to Brian due to the fact that he was the one that wrote the lyrics to No Compromise.
No Compromise. That's kind of a tough one. I wrote that one a long time ago. It's like, just don't give up what you are, who you are, for something someone else wants you to be. That's pretty much it.
So basically, it's another way of saying "Don't tread on me."
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Hey, we're going to change his name.
Accept me for what I am, or go down the road.
There you go.
Pretty much.
All right, and what type of crowds do you all like playing for? I mean, are you all into playing for bigger crowds, or do smaller crowds not bother you? I mean, what really gets your adrenaline rolling, other than the ladies?
Actually, what motivates us adrenaline-wise is just when we click, which is like usually, every time we play, and when we're playing live, we seem to click even better.
95% of the time we're on. And even when we're off, we know what somebody else is doing, and we follow each other. That's the jamming part of it. Yeah. So even when we screw up, we sound good. Not all the time, but you just
it's just kind of just really get off on it when it clicks. I mean, they all make fun of me, even live. Rob will walk up to me. I mean, I just lose myself when we're all clicking, and that's pretty often.
Yeah, and then my nipples get hard, and then everything falls.
Oh my God!
There you go.
I'll have another beer, yeah.
We got more beer?
So explain the time. It doesn't have to be, in torque, but just general, where, you were on stage and something went wrong and you still, managed to, finish the set without, killing people.
One thing, one time I specifically can cite is we were playing a benefit, and Brian wound up having, what all of us fear, some kind of technical issue with your amplification, and the problem is you can't perform and troubleshoot your rig at the exact same time. So what Jeff was talking about, that jamming aspect, at the time Barry was still in the band. This was actually about 6 to 8 weeks before Barry left. And what we wound up doing is, as soon as Brian started having problems, I spun around and looked at Steve and looked at Barry, which they're all on the same page anyway. And I just looked at Barry and just told him a key, and we just started jamming. So we just made up stuff on the spot. We actually jammed for, I want to say, a half hour. The odd thing was, you're kind of, if all of a sudden you have to go instrumental, it's not what you want to do, but at the exact same time, dead air is the last thing you want to do. Definitely the last thing I want to do. So we started jamming. Barry was laying down an awesome groove. Steve is one hell of a drummer. I can't express that enough. And I just kind of noodled around over top of what those guys were doing. And at the end of the 30 minutes, and Brian, finally got his rig hammered out, everyone clapped. Everyone really liked it. So we got lucky. It's a little bit of luck and a little bit of the fact that we do enjoy playing music. So
actually, we did that a couple weeks ago at Shamrock.
Not for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. Talk about Shamrock.
We jammed for about 15 minutes at Shamrock.
Yeah, but I bet you, since you all have so much chemistry, that the audience probably just thought it was intentional.
When you have one member of the band turned around looking like he's about ready to beat his guitar amplifier with his guitar, I think they're pretty certain that it wasn't planned. But like you said, if you were to just shut your eyes and sit back, you may actually think it was intentional.
Well, actually, at Shamrock, Brian's the only one that's got a cordless, and he disappeared and went to the bathroom and stuff, and we were still jamming his song. Couldn't find his ass, and all of a sudden he starts wading through the crowd again, come back up on stage. Oh, me? Yeah. Oh. Shamrock, way back. You went to the bathroom.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, you're right, man.
That's pretty good, just using one hand.
Normally people gig though. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, why don't you bust that seal?
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. It sounds like you have a caller from Baltimore.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I heard that.
What?
Hello?
For the bathroom?
What?
Uh-oh. Yeah, you're on with work. You're on with work. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Okay. Well, actually, it wasn't really so much a question. It was more of just, I wanted to give you a little bit of input. When you asked what gets them fired up, Steve has to wear his purple fuzzy thongs. And Brian, he just has ADD, so I have no idea what keeps them in sync. Yes, and Jeff fixes stuff. So as long as he's fixing stuff, it's good. And Rob, Rob cries like a ninny every time he gets a tattoo or a piercing. So, I just thought I'd give you a little bit of input really behind the band.
I come from a long line of ninnies, thank you very much.
Yes, well, exactly.
That's Irish, ain't it? Ninnies?
I just thought I'd give you the whole.
Tell the kids I said,
Ma'am, did you just say you want to give us your whole?
What?
No, the
oh my
whole.
God, we got to put a beat. Let me get
No.
I'm Penny, the drummer wears thongs, and you want to give us your whole?
No, just Steve. Just Steve. That's just for Steve.
Your hole. Steve your hole.
Yes.
He's already in there.
What? Shh! Don't tell Brian. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Brian's the one that shows us the pictures.
Well, the world knows right now. This is still live.
Okay. Well, see, that's why. That's why I called now, because Brian said I have to go pee-pee.
And just to let you know, the people who are just now joining us, Steve is Jeff's Rottweiler's name, and this lady likes to give Steve, Jeff's Rottweiler, her hole.
Exactly.
He's going to my bar.
Exactly.
Anything she pleases.
No wonder he won't come from underneath the bed.
He's usually covered in hairballs, but that's different.
Yeah. Well,
so do you have hairballs?
Not me. Well, I don't know. You'd have